So I guess I can just start off with a little intro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, do your thing.
All right. Well, yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Cookz24 on the highs and lows. You know what I'm saying? And today we got another. Well, tonight we have a great, smooth, cool, new interview. We're in the horror genre right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with somebody who I just met probably I say a month ago, and he's me and him are gonna talk, and he's gonna give a little background about himself because he also has a channel. He's also a well-known person in my point of view. You know what I'm saying? We have here Mr. Michael Panero. Is that right?
That's me. Yeah, that's my legal name. What up?
AKA, but AKA, we call him Video Creep. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
this whole background thing is. Yeah.
And I love that Chucky. That Chucky. I love that right there. That's cool.
So this Chucky is actually signed by Alex Vincent. When we worked on my pilot, I got the balls together to actually ask him to sign it for me.
For real?
Yeah, yeah, it's fucking. I'll show you when we're off of here because it's like on
Okay.
the wall and shit. But like, yeah, it's signed.
I like that. That Chucky, that's one of my favorites too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, Sam, big Chucky guy here. That's why he pops up quite a bit.
Hey, I like that. I like that. So, okay, man. Well, let's go ahead and get started a little bit. Why don't you let everybody know where you from?
Where I'm from. So right now I'm operating out of like Los Angeles. I just moved here a couple months ago, but I was like born and raised in New York. I'm like an East Coaster by blood.
Oh, so how is that transition like?
It was cool. I mean, I've been out here for a long time now. Like I was in the Bay Area for like almost close to like 10 years. So the West Coast is not new to me. I've been fucking with the West Coast for a while.
Okay. So would you having going back and forth like that, like was it hard for you like in like school and friends and locking tight with your friends?
Not really. I came out here for college. So like all of my like high school, elementary friends I've been able to keep. And then when I went to college, I was able to make like new friends on the West Coast. So it's nice. I have friends on both sides of the coast.
Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You're able to keep in touch with everybody. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Are you a family guy or like everybody just spread it out?
What do you mean, like a family guy? Like, do I have
Like
family on the
brothers
West Coast?
like brothers and sisters and y'all together or like, kids.
No, I'm the only one out here on the West Coast. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You any kids, your father, anything like
I
that?
do. I do. I have two sons. Two sons. I got busy, so I have one from an ex-wife and one from a baby mama. So
Gotcha. I got a 19-year-old daughter, so I understand that. I got
you
the
have a
baby mom too.
19-year-old daughter? Holy shit.
Yeah,
I thought,
man. I'm saying.
aren't you like 20? What'd you fuck at one? That's fucking crazy.
Well, actually, to be for real, thank you so much. But I'm actually like 39.
Yeah, dude, you look fucking awesome, man.
Man, people tell me that all the time, man,
You know
but
what
I
it
don't
is?
care though.
It's the ethnicity. It's the ethnicity.
You
It
know,
keeps us young.
I always thought it was just drinking a lot of water.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So, but shoot, but how old you are?
I am 31.
Oh, 31? Now,
Mhm.
I thought you was 27 or something like that.
It's the ethnicity.
Okay. Now, before we get into the horror part, you also say you're a comedian too, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing stand up for the better part of 10 years. Yeah, that's kind of like my hustle. That's my whole fucking thing.
Okay. Have you been in any big venues or a lot of small venues or you just everywhere you comedy?
Anywhere that I can go. I've kind of been transitioning out of doing like open mics and I've been doing more showcases and stuff. Especially now that I'm here in like LA, I get to do a lot bigger clubs. So that's been really fucking cool since I come out this way. When I was in the Bay, I was kind of stuck in the open mic circuit quite a bit, but
Mhm. Well, excuse me. How do it feel when you be on stage? Just if you don't mind me asking that look, like how does it, you know?
it's fucking great. It's actually a very natural feeling for me because when I was a teenager back in like New York, I actually was in a band for most of my teens. So that's kind of how I started doing stand up. Was like in between like songs and shit, we would just goof around on the mic, and that's when it was kind of like, oh, this is fun, this is funny. And then like my sister like dared me to do stand up one day, and then I just kind of have kept on with it ever since. And that's when I was like 19. So.
19. Okay. So what type of comic are you? Are you the kind of comic that cracks on people or tell stories or
I definitely tell stories. I've been labeled like a darker comedian for sure because I like talking about like what happens when you kill your dog, like random shit
uh,
like that.
Okay. Now you kind of jumped right into the next question. I was going to ask, do you add the horror into the comedy and make it work?
So I don't. I did have one joke that I did about how like black people are better in horror movies than white people, just
Mhm.
because like whenever you see a black person in a horror movie, they want to get real quiet. You know, they don't even want you to know that they're there, versus like the white asshole who's like, I heard something in the kitchen. No one's supposed to be in the kitchen right now. I'm about to go set them straight.
I'm
Yeah, you know? But that's the only time that I like mixed my knowledge of horror with comedy. They're definitely two different animals. But it is
it's
nice on my channel to blend my humor with my knowledge of horror.
right because it does work. You know what I'm saying? Might I mentioned that I watched a couple of videos,
Thank
and
you.
I could
Appreciate
see
it.
where, yeah, yes sir, you got it, and I could see where I didn't even know you was a comic at first. And then it was like, dang, man, dude, make me laugh. But that was the first thing that made me like was like, man, he make me laugh. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what I mean? Once I got to watching some more stuff, I was like, well, he actually know what he talking about too. So,
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm saying big ups. It worked. You doing your thing, man. You doing your thing.
Thank
Uh,
you.
uh, uh, let people know your YouTube channel once again.
Yeah, yeah. My channel is Video Creep, and like you were just saying, that's definitely something that I like to do with my channel. Even though we talk about horror and blood and guts, I like to keep it very light, almost like like a comedy show, but it's all about horror.
Okay, okay. So now that we get into, since you ended it with horror, let's just jump right back into it. How long have you? Well, no, I ain't gonna say how long. When did you start liking horror? When did you?
When did I start liking horror? That's rough to say, just because like horror has always kind of been alluring to me. It's always been kind of like interesting. It's kind of like cursing when you're a kid. How you're like you're not allowed to curse, you're not allowed to say this, you're not allowed to do that. When you're young, you're not allowed to watch horror movies. And I was always that kid that was like, oh, I'm not allowed to do that. I definitely want to fucking do that, 100%. So when I
So,
finally got to watch a horror movie, it was like, this is why, because it's fucking awesome and kids can't have fun.
hmm. So, what you like in horror movies? Does that? Would that? Can I ask you or throw this in there? Like, is it? It's like not easy to scare you. You're not an easily scared person.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And then I think, especially if you're someone who's constantly consuming horror, and it's a conversation amongst like horror heads themselves, you don't feel fear watching a horror movie anymore. And I think it's that confidence that really leads you to when you do get scared of something, you really appreciating what you're watching and it being like, nah, that's masterclass. Because I watch a lot of fucking horror and nothing does it for me, but this
Mhm.
film did. That's when it's fucking real good.
Okay. So, what's the difference between the early horror that you used to watch and now horror that you watch?
Oh man, I wish I could say that I've become more sophisticated when it
Hmm.
comes to watching horror. But like the truth is like horror fans will watch the shittiest of shit consistently just because we want to chase that thrill. We want to chase that fear high that we get. And even when something does suck to the max, there's still something really nice about the creativity that went into making a horror film because it's really a big art project when you look at it.
Okay. Um, what type of horror films are that most excite you?
Most excite me. I love 80s slashers. That's kind of like my number one genre of all the genres. I'm just a big fan of that era in horror. But I also like really gory, gutsy kind of stuff. I love anything with like practical effects and really good dialogue. It's hard to check all of those on a list, but when it does, it's fucking perfect.
Um, so when you say gory, you saying gory like cause see me, the gory movies, they hard for me to watch. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Sure,
it's this that icky feeling you get all right here. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
But yet the thrilling part of it keep me listening to it. Cause you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm scary. I can't help it. You know, I grew up on Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, and Michael Myers, he the one that really scared me out of my boots. You know what I'm saying? As a youngster.
Big
Now,
dogs in the game.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, like, when it comes to a gore movie, what's your choice for a gore movie? Like, if you said Cook, man, this is the one to watch.
If we're talking like recent horror and stuff, the big one that I would say is to check out Terrifier. Terrifier is a pretty bloody, gutsy movie that's real interesting and fun to watch. Art the Clown is amazing. Um, yeah, I would say anything like that, and then like a lot of the older films, like Mutilator, is pretty like bloody and has really interesting practical effects. Right now, the shirt that I'm wearing, Three from Hell, I wouldn't
Okay.
call Three from Hell a super gory film, but if you take it to like House of a Thousand Corpse, you're definitely gonna see some more grotesque things.
Whew.
Uh,
Man, just the way you said it, I can tell there's some real eye popping things going on in that movie, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's pretty fucked up in a spectacular way. But I heard this interesting thing once, and it's always stuck with me, especially for like someone who like you, who you easily get scared at horror movies. They say if
Yeah.
you don't want to be scared at a horror movie, don't cover your eyes, cover your ears, because there's something about the ambience that films are able to create with sound that really fuck with you emotionally. But visually, you actually don't have that as much.
Hmm. Hey, that was pretty scientific right there. I like that.
Try it, man.
I think I might try that, man. You might just been the one to make me get to. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, you got me right there, man.
It's all
Everybody,
these like creaky doors and shit puts you right in there. It's interesting.
you just gave a horror secret. That's a horror secret right there. Everybody watching, all supporters, remember,
Horror secrets right here.
close your ears and watch. Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you for that.
right.
Thank you for that. Okay. Let's get into some questions then. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Oh yeah. Fucking here.
Let's see. What's would you rather be stalked by
Okay.
Michael, Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger?
Fuck. Fuck you. All right. God. Because they're both spectacular stalkers in their own right, man. Like Michael Myers, he fucking I through and through. When I think of Michael Myers, I think of Halloween 1, and he's like a straight up stalker in part 1. That's the thing that makes him terrifying in that. But fucking
Yes.
Freddy Krueger's, he's in your dreams. He's like next level stalking. You can't even see this motherfucker. You need the fucking
And they full speed ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I guess if these are my choices, like had you said like Jason and Michael, I would have been like, oh fucking Jason, he's an idiot. But like Jason and Freddy, I mean, Michael and Freddy, I'm going to go with Michael just because Michael at least is in the real world, you know? I'm not fucking sleep deprived. I can get a good night's rest